So let's say you are looking for an affordable wheel that has pedals and a shifter and you find one for less than $200. Does this sound too good to be true? Well, PXN reached out to me and sent this unit for review, so they think it's really not the case. The PXN V9 is a bundle that costs £199 or dollars and comes with everything that buyers normally want: a wheel, pedals, and a shifter. It is also compatible with pretty much everything under the sun, such as the PC, PlayStation 3, 4, the Xbox, and even the Nintendo Switch. At £199 or dollars, it's not too far off from the likes of a G29, even though it doesn't have a shifter. With so many compatibility and peripherals at a somewhat low price, this wheel in theory ticks all the boxes. The wheel can be attached either through suction cups or a clamp system. The shifter can be attached through a clamp system, and the pedals have rubber pads at the bottom so they can be used on the floor. No hard mounting system, but then again not needed because this wheel has no force feedback. It has a vibrating motor inside, but doesn't work everywhere. It goes back to center with some sort of spring or bungee system. And speaking of bungee, if you could bungee jump a subscription to the channel, that would be welcomed. Buttons wise, it has a D-pad, the PlayStation buttons, the R1 to L3 buttons, an option, share, and mod buttons. The shifters have a very loud click with an almost non-existent tactile feel, though the buttons at the front are pretty good to use. At the bottom of the wheel there's a slider that can change the wheel's rotation from 270 to 900 degrees, so if you want to play something more arcadey with a more sensitive wheel or something that would need more wheel rotation, that can be done. At the back there are RJ connectors for shifter and pedals, the non-removable USB cable, an aux connector for PlayStation audio, and a USB to connect the PlayStation 4 controller to the wheel so it guarantees the PlayStation support. The shifter is actually okay, it has good resistance on the shifts. The buttons at the top are useful for Aerotruck Sim. Installing it on my IKEA Linmon desk required to remove the top of the clamp, otherwise it wouldn't fit. So let's go to the driving. The experience with the V9 is as expected. It's poor to say the least, but let's start with what I liked about it. It's a comfortable wheel, even though the rubber isn't really that good, and the few buttons it has are easily reachable with your hands. It is also compatible with all the games that I've tried, only needing to change to a different wheel mode by pressing the mode button for 3 seconds. So it worked in Assetto Corsa, Aerotruck Sim, GT Sport with zero compatibility issues. The shifter is also pretty nice and useful for Aerotruck Simulator, though the gates are a little bit too small for my taste, and if you want to go to reverse, just press down the shifter and then put it on 6th gear. As the wheel doesn't have any force feedback, it is difficult to control with precision at fast speeds, therefore all input is made with eyes only. Vibration works in Assetto Corsa from what I've tried, but it's essentially just road effects. Continuing with the wheelbase, it has the worst resolution in any encoder that I've ever seen in a wheel. You can literally see it slip between the points. The encoder is very low resolution, and with a quick calculation, maybe only 8 bits, so we're talking about 256 points of resolution. Therefore, there are situations where a small adjustment is needed, and then the wheel does not have enough resolution to comply. It's the first time I've ever seen something like this. Aerotruck Simulator was a sim that PXN asked me to check out, and I can understand why. Out of all the titles I've tried, it's the one that makes more sense. The D-pad is very well spaced, so it allows to be used as head movement. There's a button for a high and low setting printed in the shifter, so if you need to use gears 7 to 12, that can be done. But then you'll have to use the clutch, and with that massive black hole of a dead zone, and trying to make it a clutch bite in 1st gear is an acquired skill, let me tell you. Gran Turismo detects the wheel with no problems whatsoever, and everything works like a controller, so the L3 and R3 buttons are used as axes for the brake and throttle. Clutch and gears work well, but there is no vibration, and all the problems you'll have with the encoder also happen in Gran Turismo. Despite the compatibility with everything, this is a wheel that is generally something casual than something that you would buy for extended use. So who is this for? Maybe for someone who has Mario Kart, Gran Turismo, and uses Aerotruck Sim in the PC. Someone that just wants one wheel that does everything. Because honestly, even at £200 for all of these features, and I'm using air quotes, I cannot see why this should be chosen over a G29 or a T150, even if you're paying slightly more with no shifter, or even any second-hand wheel. Honestly, I can't. Maybe if it's compared to other non-force feedback wheels, this has an upper hand, maybe that's the case. But unless you have something of a specific use for it that I cannot see personally, I cannot recommend it. At $200 US or Great British pounds, it is too good to be true.